The way to overcome the heartbreak and disappointments of this life was to actually come to Christ, was to push toward him until he responded. And that was it. And it had almost nothing to do with anything else. Because after he took that action on my heart, all I could say was thank you. It wasn't a realization, it was a change. To me, that was my born again experience, because after that moment, I was a different person for the rest of my life. I had been changed in some fundamental ways. And I know from talking to friends that this can show up in different ways and with different amounts of incrementation. Is that a word? But I know that this can show up in different ways. But for me, that's how it showed up, was feeling that change inside of me. And from then on, throughout the rest of my life since, this was 7 years ago or something, I go through the world as a different person. And after feeling that change, I thought my life test was over for a little while. Because I learned that right after an experience like that with Christ, there is a little bit of an infancy period where you are born again and you have like this infant-like protection where you are just in this little holy bubble. And then life wears that down a little bit. And you can then go back and revive, and there's more to it. But that experience left me with this new reverence for the atonement and this personal understanding that what makes the hardships of this life okay is that eventually, when he chooses, when the time is right, he can just fix it. And when I say he can fix it, he recreates you as if the harm never happened. There's no scars. There's just everything you learned from the experience and the state of being healed from it. And that is something I didn't know until it happened. And that is something that I would encourage anyone on this planet to seek with all their hearts, because there's no better feeling. And you can never get enough of that which does not satisfy. But coming to Christ successfully satisfies in the way you hoped everything else would and it never did. And so, like, looking back on that experience, I feel like I got insight. Your heart gets totally smashed and broken, and you don't have to work at that. Life will take care of that for you. You will have those moments. And to keep this contract, in those moments when life smashes your heart and you're destroyed and you'd rather be dead or never have existed than be alive, you stay contrite inside of that. And if when your heart is broken, you stay contrite inside of that, you stay humble inside of that, you go to God for help instead of cursing him and wanting to die, you keep that covenant and Christ can enter in and do miracles. Promise. And when your heart is broken, turn to God.